I would like to welcome Dr. Mart McClellan to the Doc Podcast.
I don't believe there's in life that has coincidence. That one decision alone changed my financial life. Economically, what's going to give you the greatest output and the most benefits over time? Every decision that a person makes in their 20s and 30s doesn't necessarily have a big impact on the front end of that curve. But what it does is it chops off the back end of the curve. Every decision that you make today impacts each of those different phases simultaneously. Their most valuable asset when they get out is their ability to work, use their hands, and use their brain, right? In traditional financial planning, they look at it in a very linear fashion. When you look at it in that linear fashion I'm talking about, it's very difficult to accumulate your way to success. You need to accelerate it. Small amounts of money at the beginning of the curve become larger amounts of money at the end of the curve, right? Earlier in our career, we're all people at work and no money at work. But at some time in the future, we want to be all money at work and no people at work. The more we make, the more we spend. Savings rate is more important than the rate of return. We always say savings is freedom. If you're not saving money, you always have to work, no matter how much you're making. If you squirrel away $25, it's going to help. Debt is a very emotional thing. You don't want to pay off debt at the expense of your wealth. There is good debt and there is bad debt. In the world of debt, inflation is your friend. The mathematics or the economics always show that it's 30-year mortgage is always the cheapest mortgage. Just because you have a 30-year debt doesn't mean you have the note for 30 years. It's millions and millions and millions of lost wealth by making that one bad financial decision for an emotional reason. When money goes into a retirement plan, you're paying the worst tax, you're paying ordinary income. It's very, very challenging to do it yourself. All successful people, athletes, actors, anybody, they surround themselves with mentors that help, get them to that next place. Very few people actually talk about, how am I going to distribute my assets when I get to retirement? They always talk about how do I accumulate the asset. It's like a treatment plan. You follow the process, and the patient's going to get a good result. And the same thing with money. If you follow the process, you're going to get a very good financial result. So you can actually have less assets and more income when it's structured right. Every dollar that flows in today, making sure that it's going at the right place at the right time to maximize the output. By the way, we hate people talking about what's my number, because there isn't a number. The number is different every day, right? Not only enjoy your money while you're in your working years to its fullest, but also enjoy money to its fullest in your retirement years. You can have purpose to your money. You can have actually more money by giving to charity than if you didn't give to charity. You can give to charity while you're alive. It's always better to donate while you're alive, because then you can see the fruits of your gift. If you do sort of what everybody else does, you'll always be less than your full potential.